Marriage God's way building, a love that lasts. My dear brothers and sisters, you dream of a love that lasts, right? A love that feels like it was designed by God Himself. But when you look at the world around you, that kind of love seems like a fantasy, and the advice we get just leads to more confusion and heartbreak. The world tells us marriage is about finding your soulmate, someone who completes you. But that way of thinking can be dangerous, making an idol out of our spouse when we're really meant to find our purpose in God. The world says, do whatever makes you happy. And if the happiness fades, maybe it's time to bail. We see marriages treated like business deals, where you're always measuring performance and looking for loopholes. But what if the secret to a marriage that lasts a lifetime isn't a secret at all? What if God left us the blueprint right at the very beginning of the story? In this video, we're going to push aside the world's failing advice and uncover that divine design from the book of Genesis. We'll show you how God designed marriage to be a sacred covenant that is truly meant to be unbreakable. So stay with me, because understanding this original design is the first and most important step to building a love that truly lasts. 1. The divine blueprint revealed. The world is so confused about marriage because it has forgotten where to look for the instruction manual. Think about it. If you buy some complex piece of equipment, you look for the manufacturer's guide, right? You don't ask your neighbor who's never seen it before how to put it together. Marriage is no different. It's a divine institution created by God. And right there in the second chapter of the Bible, He gives us the owner's manual. In fact, when Jesus was asked about marriage, He didn't point to popular opinion. He took everyone straight back to the beginning, to Genesis. In Genesis chapter 2 verse 24, we find the core framework, God's own words, explaining how this relationship is built to work. It says, "Therefore shall a man leave his father and his mother, and shall cleave unto his wife, and they shall be one flesh." That one verse holds three powerful ideas that, if you really get them, will transform your marriage from a fragile contract into an unbreakable covenant. So let's break down that first one. 2. The foundational principle of leaving and cleaving. The very first step in God's blueprint is for a man to leave his father and his mother. Now, this doesn't mean you abandon your parents or stop honoring them. The Bible is very clear about that. But the original Hebrew word for leave means to forsake, to let go. It signals a complete shift in your primary allegiance. When you get married, you're stepping out from under your parents' roof and forming a brand new family unit. Your main human relationship is no longer with your parents, it's with your spouse. After God, your spouse now comes first. This is exactly where so many couples get into trouble. A marriage really suffers when this divine order gets mixed up. When a husband is constantly running to his mom for comfort instead of his wife, he hasn't truly left. When a wife lets her dad interfere in decisions that she and her husband should be making together, she hasn't left. This has to be an emotional, financial, and physical leaving. You're creating a new home, a new center of gravity for your life. But leaving is only half the instruction. The verse goes on to say, "A man shall hold fast to his wife." The Old King James says, "Cleave unto his wife." The Hebrew word for this means to weld, to glue, to stick to. It paints a picture of a bond so strong it can't be broken. It's a commitment to stick together like superglue. This isn't something that just happens. It's an active, daily choice to turn toward your spouse, to put their needs first, and to invest your heart in them above anyone else. This principle of leaving and then cleaving is the foundation, because it creates the exclusive space where real intimacy can grow. No other person should get in the middle of that commitment. You can't become one with your spouse if you're still emotionally tied to your past or letting others come between you. You have to leave first so you can cleave. 3. The unifying principle of oneness. This flows right into the second principle, the incredible mystery at the heart of God's design. And they shall become one flesh. This is so much more than a physical act. That's just the symbol of a much deeper spiritual reality. Becoming one flesh means sharing all of yourself with your spouse until death parts you. It's a complete and total unity, spiritually, emotionally, intellectually, financially, and physically. Imagine you take two pieces of wood, cover them in strong glue, and clamp them together. Once that glue sets, you don't have two separate pieces of wood anymore. If you try to pull them apart, you won't split them at the seam. You'll tear the very fibers of the wood itself. They've become one. That's God's picture for your marriage. It means there are no off-limit signs in your life. Everything you are, everything you have, and everything you do now belongs to the U.S. of the marriage. You share it all. The wins, the losses, the joys, the problems, your bank account, and your dreams. This idea of oneness is the ultimate cure for selfishness, which is the root cause of so many marriage problems. In a world that shouts, "Look out for number one," God's design for marriage calls us to something better. It calls a husband and a wife to care as much about their spouse's needs as they do their own. It's a call to serve each other, carry each other's burdens, and put the health of the one above the desires of the me. It's radical and completely countercultural, but it's the path to the deepest companionship a person can ever know. And this oneness doesn't just happen on your wedding day. It's a lifelong process that you build through forgiveness, service, and a daily choice to put each other first. It's the beautiful lifelong project of marriage. 4. The enduring principle of covenant. Finally, we get to the third and most powerful principle, the one that gives this whole structure its strength, the principle of covenant. Our culture sees marriage as a contract. A contract is just an agreement based on mutual self-interest. It basically says, I'll do my part as long as you do yours. If one person fails, the contract is void. Contracts are actually built on distrust. That's why you have to get everything in writing. But God didn't design marriage to be a contract. He designed it to be a covenant. And a covenant is totally different. First, a contract is between two people, but a covenant has three: the man, the woman, and God himself. God isn't just a guest at the wedding. He is the witness and the enforcer of that covenant. Your promise isn't just to your spouse. It's a sacred vow you're making to God. Second, a contract is temporary and based on performance, but a covenant is based on a steadfast promise intended to be for life. A covenant says, I am committed to you and to the good of this relationship, no matter the circumstances or how I feel. It's a promise that is sealed by God. This is why we call marriage holy matrimony. It's set apart and sacred. Understanding this changes everything. In a contract marriage, when things get hard, the first question is, what am I getting out of this? And the easy answer is to just walk away. But in a covenant marriage, when struggles come, that commitment holds you together. The security of the covenant creates the safety you need for real love to grow. It makes room for forgiveness and healing because you know the relationship isn't disposable. It is what God joins together that is meant to stand firm. This is the divine blueprint. Leave all others, cleave to one person, become one flesh in an unbreakable covenant with God at the center. This isn't a list of rules meant to hold you back. It's God's loving design to protect you, to free you, and to give you the solid foundation you need to build the lasting love you've always dreamed of. So, we've just uncovered the three core principles from God's original blueprint: living and cleaving, becoming one flesh, and living in a covenant. This is God's way, and it's a world apart from the culture's failing model of self-serving, contractual relationships. The world's way often ends in heartbreak, but God's way leads to a love that is secure, intimate, and designed to last a lifetime. This divine blueprint isn't about restriction. It's about giving you the ultimate freedom and security to build a love that endures. It's an invitation to build your marriage on the rock of God's word, not the shifting sand of culture. So, my challenge for you today is not just to learn these principles, but to start living them. I want to invite you to take a moment right now, wherever you are, and commit your marriage or your future marriage to God. Just pray and ask Him to be the center, to help you build your relationship on His blueprint, not your own. And if this message gave you some clarity or hope today, would you do 3 quick things for us? First, like this video so more people who need this message can find it. Second, share it with a friend or a couple you know who could use it. And third, subscribe to this channel for more content on building a strong and lasting marriage God's way. Thank you for watching, and may God bless your marriage.